Springfield's rock station Q92.9. What's going on? I'm Cruz, and I am very excited to be joined by one of my favorite people on the entire planet, Mr. Gavin Rossdale. Now, Bush releasing their new album, I Beat Loneliness, in July, spawning a #1 single. We'll get into that. Also, Bush has a stop at the Ozarks Amphitheater in May with Mammoth and James and the Cold Gun. I want to talk about that tour stop because it is going to be a great night right here in the 417. But Gavin, first off, thank you so much for your time today. And what are you up to?
What am I up to today? We're doing this, and it's a gorgeous day in California, and I'm home, and one of my sons has his girlfriend around, so it's very exciting for him. She's just coming into town, and we are just kicking it. You know, it's been a lot of time away. So I basically do a lot of filming of my kids doing skateboard tricks or do electric scooter tricks. Last night was like slow motion wheelies, and I must have like 100 videos on my phone that I have to go through now. But yeah, easy stuff.
Sounds like you might have a side gig there producing some skate videos. Now, Gavin, you guys released I Beat Loneliness in July. The first single, The Land of Milk and Honey, went #1 on rock radio. How special was that moment for you and the band at this stage in your career?
It's just always great to get a #1. I mean, it's so funny because it's like we just all want to win. You know what I mean? And so, like, that's so dumb. Music is not a competition in any way. You know, I've always said that, you know, you can like 5 bands a lot. They don't have to cancel each other out. So, like, a great song, you know, people connect to it. It's great. You know, it's just a fun thing. I've had loads of songs I might think are better or might have more connection to that didn't get to #1. I have some songs that got ignored as singles. And I said, like, Everyone Is Broken. I was thinking, that's a nice ballad. We haven't had a ballad for a minute as a song, apart from the Amy Lee 1,000 Years. So I was like, they got to be freaking out about that. I was like, it's the most universal song I've ever written, and the kids' choir, all happening. Boom! Wasn't even picked to be a single. It's like, oh, okay, right, cool. So, you know, whatever. #1, no single versus #1. You know, it's nice to say. I did say to one of my sons, hey, the record's #1. He goes, where? It's like, you know, so anything could be denigrated, but it's a great thing.
Now, Gavin, in music, AI is becoming a bigger conversation every day. As a singer, songwriter, and artist, what are your thoughts on AI? And do you think it has a place in the music industry, or should it just stay out of the whole creative process?
I hate the idea of you would have issues with the way the world is progressing. To kind of turn your back on AI or something like that seems to be an unwise move, you know, in 2026, because it's only going to get more and more prevalent in our lives, right? So I think you can't ever take away from the human experience, you know what I'm saying? So for us to live these times and have these opinions, which is basically what lyrics are. I mean, they're sort of opinions about things, statements and opinions. And I think that people relate to when an authentic, genuine phrase is given by someone that people then connect with, you know? It's just an important relationship. And then people know the bands, you have a history. I mean, for us, we're so lucky because we have this catalog. So it's like everything that we do is part of that island of the catalog. I think where it's really hard is if you're just starting, you know. Just starting, it must be so difficult. 2 of my 4 want to be in music, so I'm worried for them, you know what I mean? But again, it's just, you know, people want to go and watch a show, want to see people singing live and people performing, and yeah, you can love a song, but when you see it live and it just takes you, it's just, there's nothing like it.
Now, Gavin, Bush has evolved through multiple eras of rock. How do you balance honoring the band's legacy while pushing forward creatively?
Yes, fucking nightmare. Yeah. It's just like trying to think about it all the time so that I don't want to get, you know, lost in the changes, you know? I mean, you know it so well, but we spent so many shows when we played any heavy festival that we played, like festivals with other heavy bands. We always chose all the songs on every record that are detuned. A few of the hits and the detuned songs. That's what we played. So from the Kingdom, I decided to be more mindful of where our future was, which was playing live, festivals, big shows. And so to think about that, I just thought when I did the Institute record, that was a whole detuned record. I was like, what am I doing anything in standard? Unless a ballad in standard tuning is fine because it doesn't matter. You're not looking to have any heavy moments. performance, but I just got into that tuning thing just to keep it. And it's not so much more following the trends of other people. It's more like people get used to that sound, and so I want to be able to compete and for people to love the band and not think like, oh, that sound is so over time. Like if you play every song only from the first sort of 3 records, it will sound a certain way. But then all these songs we do now are so detuned that they just get a different feeling. But I love it because people say, for instance, like, More Than Machines, for example. People are like, yeah, it sounds like the old Bush. I'm like, it in no way sounds like the old Bush. It's completely different tuning and everything. But what they meant, because, when people talk about music, they don't always use the right words. So I can't jump on people who don't use the right vocab. What they're saying is it's got the same energy and it's vital and it's like I'm singing, full out. So that's what I think it is. That it's like forthright and it's got this kind of energy and attitude about it. And I love that. And a big fear or a danger I see a lot of happening to a lot of people, and I don't want it to happen to me, is I don't want to make records that aren't magnetic and aren't vital, I could write a record a week, I'm not saying it's going to be any good, but I could physically do it, but I don't know how much magnetism would be in the songs. And so you have to wait for the ones that have the magnets in them so people can really be, because I can't stand, somehow I've got a sixth sense so far in my life. The songs that I hear people do that are kind of phoned in and not really, I don't know, there's no vitality to them. There's no blood in them, they're sort of anodyne. I hate that. So, and again, the detune stuff really helps me to get into that world of a bit weirder. But anyway, like Radiohead never needed detuned guitars to sound incredible and sound like one of the greatest bands ever, so it doesn't really matter. I did follow the trends of keeping it heavy, I suppose. I thought heavy is better. If in doubt, go heavy.
That is a very solid point. The Land of Milk and Honey tour kicking off next month. There is a stop at the Ozarks Amp in May. Tickets are on sale. You can get yours at Q929rocks.com. But Gavin, when you go out on the road, what are a few must-have essentials you always have to take with you?
Illy coffee. I like that coffee, Italian coffee. I'm going to bring my dog. My dog is going to come on this run, and this is a different dog from Chewy, my lovely Chewy. So Chewy was a smaller Pomeranian with a heart of a lion. I have now got a Belgian Malinois Siberian Husky mix that has the heart of a lion and looks like a wolf, like a black wolf. It's going to be intense because I can't take him to Europe, I can't take him to Australia, so I can't leave him for every tour I go on. So I'm trying to figure out how to bring him, but it's a major thing. So it'll be him. It'll be a dog crate. It'll be like, how do I transport all the food for him? How do I, it's just a whole world of pain I'm going to bring on myself because I'm a good dog owner.
So I actually met Chewy a few times. He was super sweet to my wife, but there was one situation that I still remember. I think we're in Kansas City in a meet and greet, and they came out and said, hey, the band's coming out. Gavin's going to have his dog Chewy. Do not pet or pick him up. What does the first person do in line? They try to get their hands on Chewy, and he lost it.
Oh, he didn't like it?
No, he did not appreciate being picked up, and I wouldn't either, to be honest.
Oh, that's it. He's like, just because he's small, that's so rude.
I mean, I don't blame him. And your team literally said, do not touch him, and they do it anyways.
Funny enough, 100 years ago, I never knew much about little dogs. I thought they were yappy and annoying. But I got this dog, I rescued him, actually. Chewy was a rescue, and I just fell in love with him. I tried to not, but he was incredible. And those dogs 100 years ago, it was like the Chinese royal family. Some Chinese dynasty with the guard dogs, they were like 4 times the size, like bull mastiff size, and they just got shrunk and cuter and cuter. But they still got major attitude. Chewy chased out 2 coyotes, chased them away. I was like, oh my God. And then he gave me a heart attack running after him to try and stop him. But with Kaya, he's a different, that's a different breed. People won't go over to him because they'll be like, he looks scary. He's actually not. He is scary if you come at night and, he doesn't know you, but he's a sweet dog. He's a great dog.
We are catching up with Gavin Rossdale of Bush. They kick off their Land of Milk and Honey tour next month with a stop May 9th at the Ozarks Amphitheater. Now, Gavin, what can fans expect from the concert that night, and do you enjoy playing outdoor venues?
Oh, I prefer them. They're my favorite. You've seen enough shows, Cruz, so you tell them. Like, I'm always going to be committed, right? Have you ever seen a show where I didn't try my best? And some shows will be different, you're not always good, you're not always on, but I always give it everything that I have. have, and so do the guys. I'm so lucky to have those three amazing musicians who just fucking want to win and play hard and play strong, no matter what is going on, no matter how they're feeling, no matter how we got there. It's just such a pleasure to play with them. I'm so grateful to their dedication and their professionalism. I mean, they really are on another level.
There has not been one show that I've been to where the energy level was not through the roof. It's been fantastic every single concert.
And it's exhausting to think about. When you say that, I'm like, oh, God, I'm exhausting.
Well, it is going to be a night we are looking forward to, the Milk of Land and Honey Tour, with special guest Mammoth and James in the Cold Gun at the Ozarks Amphitheater on May 9th. Be sure to get your tickets because they are on sale now at Q929rocks.com. Gavin, my friend, as always, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Cruz. All the best. Always good seeing you.
Gavin Rossdale of Bush on Springfield's rock station Q929.
Feels like